Hello and welcome to today's webinar, How to Boost Your Success in the Job Market. My name is Christoph Walder. I work in the international office here at the University of Sussex. I'm so glad you can join us today. I'm going to allow a couple minutes for everyone to arrive. And whilst we wait, I'd appreciate if everyone could introduce themselves in the chat bar. So please feel free to share your name, your country, and which course you'll be studying at Sussex. We're interested to know who we have with us today. So in the chat, name, country, course, whilst we wait for everyone to arrive. Don't be shy. Please feel free to introduce yourselves in the chat. I want to know your name, your country, and your course. I can see we've got about 25 people in the room right now. We've got Bharat Singh from India coming to study financial data and analytics. Welcome, Bharat. And Paridi, also from India. Development studies at IDS. Got Mohammed Atiq Faisal from Bangladesh coming for data science. Elif Sude from Turkey coming to do mental health and clinical psychology. A few more people from India, somebody else from Turkey. Welcome, everyone. Okay. So, welcome to today's webinar, which is all about how you can boost your success in the job market whilst at Sussex. Jessica, please can you hit next slide? So, in this webinar, I'm very briefly going to speak about how you can contact the international office at Sussex, and then I'll be handing over to my colleague Jessica, who's going to talk about the careers and entrepreneurship offering that we have at Sussex and that we're very, very proud of. Then we'll do some questions and answers with Jessica, and then we'll hand over to Dhruv, who is from our partner Student Circus. He's going to be talking a little bit about what they do at Student Circus and specifically about Jumpstart, which is a product that you will all be getting even before you come to Sussex. So a really exciting thing to get a head start in the job market. Next slide, please, Jessica. So, my name's Christoph Walder, and as I said, I'm an international officer here at Sussex, and I work with applicants from Turkey, all of South Asia, and Central Asia. And normally I would have my colleague Khalid with me, but he's not here today, unfortunately. But he looks after participants from Africa, Pakistan, and the Middle East. So, if you are from these countries and you have questions for us, please don't hesitate to send an email to the email address which you can see on screen now. Okay, that's it from me. I'll hand over to Jessica.
Okay, a very warm welcome from a sunny England. Always sunny here, of course. Welcome. Honestly, well, very, very nice to see you all. So I am one of the careers and entrepreneurship consultants at Sussex. And I'm here literally to talk to you about the support we provide to you whilst you are here. And then one of the key things that we're very, very proud of is the fact that we support you during your studies and for 3 years post-graduation. So some of the time you don't necessarily have the headspace to decide what next, and we are here to take you through it step by step. Okay, so we are very proud to have been ranked 17th out of 90 UK institutions for employment outcomes in the influential QS World Rankings 2026. Now, this recognizes the influence of our graduates across the world. Our students develop connections with communities around us. You'll recognize some of these names on the slide. Some choose to stay within the regions, and a lot of our graduates tend to extend their networks by moving into organizations further afield. Some in London, others across the UK, and all over the world. Now, you will be learning and applying skills within your course. So we do this by allowing you to access or to have real business challenges, which are set by employers. Some of these include Microsoft, Shaw and Port, Santander Bank, the councils, etc. So these employability skills are woven throughout your learning experience. We also have authentic assessments, which are designed to prepare you for life after graduation. So whilst you are developing your employability skills in this way, you'll be making a difference to businesses, charities, and communities across Sussex. Now, some of you said what courses you're coming to study. I'm going to give you some of these examples of the real business challenges that are set. So our law students have the opportunity to provide pro bono legal advice to surrounding communities through our law clinics. Our business school students help businesses address net zero goals. Our math students have solved sustainability challenges for one of the banks and Brighton and Hove. And our engineering students have designed solutions to local sustainability challenges. Within your course, you will also have subject-related career sessions, including employer and alumni talks, where you get to engage with employers, find out what it is that they are looking for, and how to then articulate your skills and experiences onto paper. Now, Career Hub is an exclusive digital platform for Sussex students. You will have the opportunity to search for and apply to vacancies, including part-time work, internships, volunteering opportunities, placements, and graduate jobs. It's the platform where you can go ahead and book a one-to-one appointment with one of myself or one of my colleagues, or the entrepreneurship team. This is where we post our online events, our flagship events, etc., that I'll go on to in a bit, and our fairs, where we host on campus or at big venues near us. You will also have access to digital tools such as our CV checking tool, where you can upload your CV, check that it's in a format that's expected. You will then get feedback, and you can prepare to navigate the UK market. This is just a case study of somebody that participated in the events, scheduled appointments, and engaged with experts in the field through Career Hub. So we encourage students to look regularly, and sometimes, more than once a week, where you will find skills boost sessions, employer events, and other ways to start networking or to increase your network. And of course, find out what it is that employers are looking for from very early on at your time at Sussex. We are very, very mindful of the fact that people are going to need to work whilst at university. So this is just a summary of some of the jobs that we have on campus. Student ambassador, where you will represent the university on open days at school visits. Student connector allows you to work with staff on projects, which will also help you to inform the curriculum or to co-create the curriculum. There's student union, there's shops, library jobs, and then there's a whole host of jobs in the local area. Now, at any one point, we tend to have about 400 vacancies, part-time jobs and other, on our Career Hub. So live vacancies, about 400 at any one time. This is a very, very brief introduction to Student Circus. Now, Dhruv is going to talk about this as he is the founder of Student Circus, but I wanted to just highlight that we provide all our international students with access to Student Circus platform once you have signed up. This will help you to prepare to navigate the UK job market. And again, I'm not going to talk too much about it because Dhruv is going to do that, but there are a host of career resources to help you to prepare for work in the UK. There are country guides if you are choosing to return home, but a wealth of information that can prepare you before you start, whilst you're at Sussex, and after. One of the other benefits of this is you can access tutorials at whatever point in your career you are. So it's online careers training via Student Circus, resources, tutorials, worksheets, and templates, which will help you to navigate the market. As I said, it'll take you through the hiring process. And as I say, you can choose what is relevant to you at your point in your journey. I did touch on our events and fairs. Now, we have a whole host of flagship employer events that will introduce you to some of the most innovative and emerging sectors of the job market. We start really early in the autumn term and host a part-time job and volunteering fair, where again, you will get to meet employers who are looking for people to work on a part-time basis for summer jobs or for volunteering or graduate roles. You tend to scan a QR code and you can submit your CV as soon as it's ready to submit. So it allows you to connect to employers and our Sussex graduates. Those are often working at the cutting edge in green futures and digital futures. You can connect to professionals in government and policy, international development and charities, and the arts and cultural sector. So some of the sector-specific events are called Make It Happen, and we have a number of alumni networking events that take part. So our skills boost sessions I mentioned a little bit earlier. We run a number of these every week, and it could be creating a standout LinkedIn profile or helping you to prepare a CV, an application, or a cover letter. And you could perhaps want to learn how to position yourself in an interview. And you just book online and you have access to the slides afterwards. At Sussex, we provide significant support to those students that are considering a placement. Now, that could be a placement as part of your course or an industry-ready placement, year. We have tailored options, so you can either work for an organization during your course and explore international opportunities in industries beyond your degree subject. We have placement vacancies advertised on Career Hub and a dedicated placements team to support you. You will have guidance from a placements tutor, and also a number of the modules include one of the careers consultant delivering an embedded placements module as part of your course. You have a range of opportunities to connect with employers throughout this process, as well as book a one-to-one to ensure that each application is being tailored towards the particular placement that you are going for. And again, we make sure that all job listings that we are aware of are advertised on Career Hub, and we tend to offer we make sure that employers are offering at least the national minimum wage, except for unpaid service placements. A lot of those could be charity-based or those in psychology. Again, just the evidence of students who secure placements have 40 weeks of experience or a term of experience or whatever it is to talk about at interview. It is incredibly important to be able to have that confidence to articulate your skills and experience. And this particular student managed to secure a graduate scheme straight after her placement. Now, Career Lab is something that we are incredibly proud of. This is an award-winning program of opportunities for Sussex only students. We have a range of opportunities available to you. So it's exclusive to Sussex students, and it's completely designed to develop your skills, your experience, your confidence, and to boost your career and employability prospects. And some of the opportunities on offer are your insight visits to Gatwick or to BAE or to other employers of interest. You have the option of signing up for an online global internship, UK summer internships, again paid, the Junior Research Associate Scheme. Student consultancy is one of my favorite, and this is something that you have the opportunity to work with an employer in a group of your colleagues or peers or multidisciplinary peers, and you work on a live brief. You then present back to the employer your findings. And then again, you have access to a fully funded digital accelerator program and digital skills training. So the student consultancy allows you, just one of the examples, as I mentioned, allows you to work collaboratively in a UK-based industry-specific setting. This was the UK one. And this was a sustainable project. It allows students to articulate key skills, collaboration, presentation, communication, research skills, and very, very clearly evidenced in an interview. Emily, who was a business and management student, did our Career Lab student consultancy program, followed on by a paid Career Lab UK summer internship, then a professional placement year, and is now a sustainability analyst at Oliver Bonus. So a really nice building experience through the opportunities of Career Lab. I just wanted to highlight one of our guaranteed internship programs for all master's students joining University of Sussex Business School in 26-27. There are a range of opportunities here where you will have the option of choosing either a student consultancy program. You will have a list of options that you can choose for, one that fits in and around your timetable. So please don't worry about that. It'll be part-time and tends to, range between 4 and 10 weeks, but a very exciting opportunity for these students. I mentioned that we are part of a Careers and Entrepreneurship Team. Now, this is a whole team of consultants and a program of opportunities for you to, if you've got an idea or if you're wanting to freelance, if you want to launch your own business, this is a program of events to suit you. So there's one-to-one coaching, workshops and support programs. You can pitch for funding for your ideas, and there's a whole wealth of useful information and resources to support you. We recognize that entrepreneurship is a key skill set valued by the global job market. So all students will have the opportunity to engage. Some have entrepreneurship embedded into their modules, and others just have the opportunity to engage in our year-long programs or some of our insight sessions. This particular student, Sartak, is founder of FlexPhone. It's a startup and it's designed to boost mobile connectivity. This student attended networking events and worked on personal development alongside their studies. One of the key things with this particular student was the confidence in pitching and approaching customers. So he also accessed our Summer Accelerator program, which enhanced his skills in marketing, financial planning, and team building. Now, we recognize that building work experience through our wealth of programs that are on offer to you, or placements or entrepreneurship, we know that you are going to need personalized support because you are all at different stages and needing tailored support. So we want to help you, well, this is the way that we help you, either through one-to-one appointments, mock interviews, etc., that will allow you to explore your own options. So we can help you to take your first steps in emerging sectors like artificial intelligence or green technology, or to bring future thinking to innovative roles across areas such as sustainability or design thinking. So I know I've whizzed through, and I could talk for hours about the support we do have on offer to you, but I just wanted to say that there are so many opportunities that are open just to Sussex students to allow you to kind of feel confident and to develop those key careers and employability skills. So I'm going to pause now and
Thanks,
take any questions.
Jessica. That was brilliant. Thank you for giving such a great overview of how we support Sussex students to develop their skills, access support, gain experience, and launch their career. So now we'll just pause for a minute. And does anybody have any questions for Jessica about the support we offer Sussex students when it comes to careers and employability? If you have any questions, you can raise your hand or you can type it in the chat bar.
Yeah.
I'll just wait for 1 minute. We'll see if we've got any questions before we move on. And don't be shy, there's no bad questions, so please feel free to pop them in the chat or raise your hand if you prefer.
I'm happy to take questions separately anyway. If people don't want to ask on the chat, Christoph has my details.
That's okay. We've got Relibone has raised their hand. So what's your question?
Hello, my name is Oliboni. I will be starting gender studies in September. I'm from South Africa.
Me
Um,
too.
Pardon?
I'm also from South Africa.
Oh, wow. Hi.
Hello. Sorry, I interrupted. Yep.
Yes, as I mentioned, I will be studying gender studies, and I'm interested in two things. Um, so the first question I have is around doing part-time work. Would you suggest that we do part-time work that is related to our degree? Are we likelier to get placement if it's more or less related to our degree? And the second thing is, even though my degree is in gender studies, I am also interested in entrepreneurship at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to know, would I be able to participate in an entrepreneurship track, even so?
Yes.
And would the kind of ideas that they're looking for have to be kind of groundbreaking or just kind of taking an old idea and infusing some fresh life into it?
Let's start with your second one, and those are fantastic questions because you won't be the only person considering these. So welcome, welcome. We look forward to seeing you. On the entrepreneurship, we would encourage you to access everything. So they tend to be, if they're not embedded in your curriculum already or in a module, what you'll tend to do is access them. They tend to be in the twilight sessions, so in the evening. And what we tend to do is take you through a process of kind of thinking about your ideas, starting pitch, brainstorming your ideas, and you'll have access to business mentors as well. So you can access alongside your studies, regardless of what it is that you are studying. So yes, access. And it may be that you want to start with one-to-one support to tell your idea to one of our team, and then what they can do is identify where your best starting point were, and then they will tell you what's coming up. So in a lot of the sessions we'll be saying to you, there will be an entrepreneurship session launching this. So I would say keep an eye on your Career Hub notifications and your events, but as a starting point, book a one-to-one just so that you can start getting ready for that alongside. But you don't have to do that immediately. We'll start, in October with a program of events. And then going back to your part-time job question, either the most relevant experience is obviously beneficial because it's something that you can then evidence and articulate at interview, in your placements, in internships, etc. But not every single opportunity that is relevant may be paid, especially if it's a charity or not-profit organization. So I would start getting your CV ready for the UK market. If it's a needs must, get a part-time job that supports alongside your studies. So maybe something on campus, student ambassador, a connector role where you can influence the curriculum as well. And then when you come to the careers fairs fairly early on, I reckon you talk to the employers that are relevant to you. So you can find out how realistic it is for you. Because, you're going to be coming in, needing to run and, transition to a new country, get a part-time job, etc. So get yourself ready on paper and then look for relevant experience. So yes, relevant experience is absolutely, it is important. It may be that a part-time job can be done alongside that, depending on your timetable. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does a lot. Thank you very much.
That's a pleasure.
Thanks, Jessica. We've had a few more questions come in, so I'm gonna ask them. And actually, I think this first one I can answer myself. Galia asks, I'm hoping to work part-time, but I'd also like to visit my home country during holidays. What do international students typically do in that situation? So that's a very classic situation. It's absolutely fine. A lot of these part-time jobs are quite flexible. So you could work part-time during term time, and then during the holidays, you can fly back to your home country, put that part-time job on pause, especially if it's a job on campus, for example, in one of the cafes or in the canteen. We're flexible. You can pause, you can go home to your home country, and you can come back. So that's absolutely fine, Gilia.
Can I just add something to Galia's question? Galia, sometimes there will be remote opportunities, paid opportunities. So that could be tutoring, it could be the online global kind of internships as well, where again, that remote working will be expected. And that's why we've introduced that. So hopefully, exactly as Christoph said, look at a term time one if that suits you. And of course, you're going to want to spend time with your family and friends when you go back. So just see what suits you. But part-time job on campus is ideal. And look at the remote opportunities that will be coming up as well.
Thanks, Jessica. I hope that answers your question, Galia. Lopamudra asks, students who want to return to home country, are they provided support? So I assume they mean want to return to home country after graduation. So do you want to answer that one, Jessica?
Yes, absolutely. This is again where Dhruv might be able to step in. So he's likely to be answering this question. Yes, absolutely. So you have access to the Careers and Entrepreneurship Team for support, but also you'll have access to the platforms that provide home country guides. So it'll be job opportunities that are back in your home country. And of course, it is going to be tweaking your paper version of you to your home country again, or just having another version. But absolutely, there are a number of, there will be support available to you and platforms where you can prepare for return.
And can you talk a little bit about the 3 years?
So we support you 3 years post-graduation. So you have access to our Career Hub platform where our vacancies and events are advertised, and you have the opportunity to book one-to-ones for 3 years. So really, really no problem at all.
Yeah, so you're supported during your studies at Sussex and for 3 years following graduation, after graduation. Whether you go back to your home country or whether you stay in the UK, Jessica and her team continue to be available for you for 3 years. Lopamudra, I hope that answers your question. I can see Mandavi has a raised hand. So Mandavi, what's your question?
There is a question from Mandavi on the chat. The job market in today's world is extremely competitive and daunting to approach. Yeah. So how does one move into work without being demotivated, and any of these opportunities merit-based? There's a lot of questions there. Okay. And one last question is that how many years of experience do companies normally look for? Okay. So let's break that down. It is incredibly competitive, but one of the things that we will do with you and you can do through your course is make sure that you are confidently and expertly and impactfully articulating your skills and experience that you've got already. Now, going on to your last part there, it depends on the jobs that you are applying for. And how much experience you already have. So what we can do with you is look at a job description of interest and make sure that you are articulating and evidencing their essential criteria. So what we will tend to do with you during these skills boost sessions is, what is it that this particular employer, and we'll show you a job description or two, is looking for in the essential criteria, and then how can you put it forward in a succinct and impactful way on paper. And of course, as I said, we will prepare you for mock interviews, etc. It is competitive and it is daunting, but we ask that you try really hard as early as possible to be ready, so that when opportunities come up, be it a part-time job or, you know, a job on campus or a relevant job, get yourself, your paper version of you, ready as early as you can, so that when opportunities come up, you're giving yourself enough time to prepare. Does that make sense?
Yeah, Mandavi says yes, thank you. That was helpful. And just, Mandavi, you mentioned about it being daunting, and I think lots of young people, lots of recent graduates, and all sorts of people find the job market daunting. And you've asked some questions which are quite broad. You've asked, how many years experience do companies look for? Well, that's a very broad question because of course it depends on the role, and the beauty of the support that we offer at Sussex is that it's personalized. So Jessica will sit down with you, or her team will sit down with you and look at specific jobs that you're interested in. And I think sometimes it feels daunting because you're thinking very big, very vague, and actually Jessica will help you, produce some concrete, a CV and concrete job application. So once you start to think about it application by application, it can be a bit less daunting.
Networking is one of the things that I nag students from foundation that I see them. So if you can take advantage of every opportunity to engage with our employer network as well as our alumni, because a lot of our networking, our alumni community are willing to support and willing to help. So absolutely take advantage in the nicest possible way of every event that will allow you to kind of talk in person and gain that confidence talking to employers. There's another question here, Pooja.
Yeah, last question, because then we need to hand over to Dhruv.
As someone with prior professional experience in the international development sector, I'm curious about how students can best position themselves for part-time work while studying. Are there opportunities within the university, a research project, NGOs, or local organizations? Yes, absolutely, to all of those above. In March is when we have our flagship events called Make It Happen. A lot are NGOs, not-for-profit, charity sector. But in October, late October, we will have our volunteering and part-time job fair. So have yourself as ready as you can on paper to engage and to apply straight away. There are research projects, absolutely. We advertise the ones we know about on Career Hub, but I would absolutely go to your school office and talk to your academic advisor about opportunities that may not actually be advertised. Because if you've got an area of interest, that's your time to shine. So have the confidence to talk. And yes, previous professional experience can absolutely be an advantage because you're confident in articulating your experience.
Wonderful. Thanks, Jessica. So I think there you touched briefly on timeline. So most people will be arriving second half of September, picking up student card, getting registered. And then from October onwards, we'll have all sorts of careers and employability events. So it really starts not in September, but October you can already start. And one of Jessica's advice is to come a little bit prepared, and that's what Dhruv is here for. So, Jessica, do you want to stop sharing, and then we'll hand over to
Stop
Dhruv?
sharing. Great. Thank you, everybody.
Okay, so next up is Dhruv from our partners at Student Circus. Over to you, Dhruv.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Christoph, and thank you so much, Jessica. I, as a former international student, will second everything you've said when it comes to the support that the Career Services provides and everything that international students need to do before they travel and even during their stay with you at Sussex. So thank you for coming along to this offer holder session. My name is Dhruv Krishnaraj. I am the director and co-founder at Student Circus. And many of y'all will know about Student Circus, not just before you go, but it will continue to stay with you whilst you study and your time at Sussex, because Student Circus is a very important partner with the careers team at the University of Sussex to support all you international students during your studies as a job search partner. Just to give you a brief insight about the work that Student Circus does with the career services and the support that it provides to all international students at Sussex, Student Circus basically gives you access to a huge range of resources that are specifically created to support international students in their job search. Now, what are these resources and how do these help you? So when you travel, when you land in Sussex, all of you will enroll at the university. And once you enroll at the university, all of you will get your personal Sussex email ID, which lets you unlock a host of different features to help you with your job search. The first and the most important feature that we have on the Student Circus platform is a jobs board. Now, our jobs board is very unique because it's the only jobs board that is for international students in the UK, which ensures that you will have the correct internships, the correct placements, and the correct visa-sponsored graduate roles from employers that not only want to hire you, but also can hire you. Additionally, to support every international student in their career, they need to be updated about visa rules and regulations as well. So what Student Circus has done is it's partnered with one of UK's largest law firms called Pennington's Manchester Cooper to create an immigration guide feature for you where you can learn more about different visa options to live and work in the UK after you finish your graduation. Trust me, being a former international student myself, this visa guide is a game changer. I didn't have it when I was a student, and what my team and I have created for you is that you have all of these resources available so that you can better take and plan your future career. The other support that we have at Student Circus is access to our Career Ignition Hub or CIH e-learning platform, which gives you access of a lot of video information from experts across the UK's job search market, telling you everything you need to know on how to create a good CV, cover letter, and how to prepare for finding the right jobs. The reason why we've created our Career Ignition Hub e-learning platform is very simple. Being a former international student in the UK, I know how different the UK job search market can be from your home country job search market. So our job is not just to give you the right access to the right jobs, but also to give you the right understanding on what you need to do to adapt yourself to the UK job search market. And finally, our support for international students and alumni at Sussex does not end once you finish your graduation. It continues even after that. So like how Jessica said that the career services helps you for 3 years after you finish your graduation, you will have access to Student Circus for the same amount of time as well. Why is that important? Because now using the Student Circus platform, apart from finding visa sponsored jobs in the UK, you can also find jobs back in your home countries or visa sponsored jobs in a third country as well. So it's literally opening up the world for all you international students. Now, how do you get access to it? Repeating what I said a little bit earlier, once you land in Sussex, once you finish your orientation, all of you will get access to your Sussex email ID, which you can then use to sign up. The best part is that because Student Circus works extremely closely with the careers team, access to our whole platform is absolutely free for all international students and alumni. Just to give you an idea on how our job search page works, you can literally find different types of roles using different parameters on the Student Circus platform. So whether you want to find roles in, via sector, via subsector, via company name, via company size, or just via keyword, all that is allowed. We also have a global visa sponsored jobs board, so you can search for visa sponsored jobs in a third country. But remember, we've just launched this new platform for all of you. So it's in a beta phase, and we're hoping to grow this as we go along through the year as well. And finally, when it comes to visa rules and regulations, you can see that our immigration guide has listed down different visas into categories. And under each category, you can learn more about the visa options, what you can do, and what you can't do whilst you're in the UK. And finally, you have the Career Ignition Hub. The Career Ignition Hub has close to 200 different videos from experts telling you everything you need to know about the UK job search market. So whether it's settling into the UK, whether it's learning how to use LinkedIn in the UK, whether it's learning how to network in the UK, or whether it's telling you how to use AI responsibility in your job search, everything is covered through our Career Ignition Hub e-learning platform. And finally, we also have a sponsor checker tool that students can use to find which companies and employers actually sponsored international candidates over the last couple of years. So all of this is available, but only once you complete your orientation and once you land in Sussex. Now, before I go on to Jumpstart, which is something that I'm sure all of you will use before you land in the country, I wanted to touch base on a couple of key important aspects when it comes to international student job search. My fundamental advice is that as an international student that wants to come to study in the UK and then hopefully want to find a job in the UK would be start your job search early. You need to be proactive in your job search because one of the biggest reasons why international students don't find the right jobs is because they don't understand how different the UK job search market is. The UK job search market is very unique and very different to most of your home countries. So the more proactive you are, the earlier you start prepping for it. And second, just like how Jessica has mentioned, the UK job search market is competitive. Therefore, you need to understand that job search starts 6 to 12 months before you finish your graduation. If you're a master's student coming here for a 1 year's master's program, you need to start your job search literally from the day you land in the country. You have to hit the ground running. And remember that Jessica has mentioned the exact same phrase. So don't wait till the end of your degree. Employers know that you have 6 to 12 months to finish your graduation, and it's very common for you to submit your applications during the start of your final year or start of your master's degree. So start from the day you land, make use of all the resources available, and understand how different the UK job search market is. I'm not going to go into too much of detail, but I just wanted to cover some key aspects. The UK job search market application process, for example, is a 3 to 6 step process that students have to go through, starting with an online application, followed by psychometric tests, assessment centers, phone interviews, video interviews, and then an in-person interview. As an international student, if you don't know about some of these steps, Google them. The Career Services is there to help you and help you practice each of these steps. So the first thing you should do after landing in Sussex is go and visit the Career Services. As Jessica said, their team is open for a one-on-one chat and they will help guide you with all of this. But practice your application before actually submitting it. Second is timelines. Most international students miss out on the right jobs because they start searching for jobs towards the end of their degree. Don't make that mistake. Give yourselves the minimum of 6 to 12 months to go through the whole process. So if you're a master's student, starting early is really important. If you're an undergrad student, you start your prep from the second year and the third year start at the beginning as well. Third is the importance of the career services. I cannot stress how important it is because it's critical that all of you make the most of the expert support that you have at the careers team. So again, reiterating what Jessica said, go to the career services, have a one-on-one chat, and there's no mandated rule that you can only go once. Go multiple times, talk to them, ask them questions. As Christopher says, there are no stupid questions. All questions are welcome, and the careers team is there to support you in each step of the way. So don't worry about it. And fourth, understand that the UK's job search market is unique from a cultural perspective. You can't just expect to put in a substandard application and expect to be hired. Employers in the UK don't just look at your academic skills, they also look at your soft skills when they hire you. So, are you a good communicator? Are you punctual? Are you adaptable? You have to have all these kind of skills if you want to be hired. So going through the UK job search market for an international student, right from the time you arrive in the UK till the time you get a job, you have to go to multiple steps. One of the key steps I will highlight is step number 4, which is taking responsibility for your job search. In the UK, unlike many of your home countries, the responsibility of searching for jobs, finding jobs, applying for jobs is on the shoulders of the student. So make sure you are investing enough of time in your job search. Job search is a critical part of your study abroad. I know that part-time jobs are important, but don't make part-time jobs your life. Focus on the long-term plan. The earlier you start your job search and the more committed you are to it, for example, by investing an hour a day on your job search, on your job applications, etc., the earlier success you will find. And finally, when it comes to the UK job search market, commercial awareness plays a huge and important part in your success. So, what is commercial awareness? In short, commercial awareness is having a good understanding of the sector, the company, and the role that you're applying to. It's all about doing the research yourself. A lot of students right now are relying on ChatGPT or Claude to do research and outsourcing this work. Don't make this mistake. Do research yourself. And that's why I've told you in the previous slide, start investing a minimum of 1 hour every single day on your job search. Students that do that from the time they land in the country for 3 to 6 months are the ones that get success. Now, I'm not going to go through the career services part because I think Jessica has done a fantastic job. But the key point, again, I will reiterate to all of you would be make sure you're making the most use of the career services and the fantastic expertise and resources that they have. And finally, make sure you avoid making basic mistakes. Mistakes such as, proofreading your CV. A lot of students who send their CVs or cover letters out to employers don't check them for spellings and grammatical mistakes and then get rejected. Most international students don't realize that job search in the UK starts way earlier than it does in their home countries. So apply sooner rather than later. Third, customize each and every application that you make. If you don't customize your application in a competitive job search market, getting a job will be difficult. But the good news is that Student Circus doesn't just give you resources to help you with this, it also gives you a great mentor and a friend, and that is our success stories. On Student Circus's platform, we have a lot of success stories where you can learn from your peers who've gotten the right roles in the UK. Students like Abdul Rahim and more are there to kind of guide you through videos and through case studies on what they did in their job search journey. All that you need to do is spend time by going to our success stories page and just read up on their story, and you yourself will be inspired on what's the next step to take. So, as an international student, go to the Student Circus platform and be well versed with it. But as I said, everything till now that I've told you is something that you need to do after you land at Sussex. The good news is that the University of Sussex doesn't just support you in a huge way once you land in Sussex, but it actually wants to make sure you start your job search preparation even before you leave your home country. And that's where I'm delighted to share that Student Circus is working with the University of Sussex on a new support service for all offer holders called Jumpstart. Jumpstart is a 90-day employability bootcamp that all offer holders who confirm their admission to study at Sussex will get access to. The reason why the University of Sussex is investing so much in your career service and in your support is because they understand that for an international student, when you travel to the UK, time moves quickly. So you need to get a head start even before you leave your home country. The university also understands that the UK job search market can be unique and different to your home countries, and they want to make sure that you're well prepared to tackle it even before you land in the country. With the Jumpstart tool that all you confirmed offer holders will get access to a CV builder that will help you create a CV as per UK standards. Yes, CVs for the UK, again, might be very different to CVs back in your home country. Second, you'll get access to a part-time jobs board where you can search for part-time jobs in and around Sussex and Brighton. The good news is that with our Jumpstart tool, you can even apply to some part-time jobs before you land in the country. Third, you get access to immigration and visa rules and regulations. So remember, I told you that you have to understand visa rules and get your options ready before you land in the country. This is how you do so. Fourth, we give you access to checklists, reading lists, videos, and most importantly, a LinkedIn starter playbook to make sure you have your LinkedIn profile ready and you understand how the wider UK job search market works. So, when you confirm your admission, you get access and you unlock all of these features. The good news is that once you start using Jumpstart, you will unlock an Jumpstart award, which you can then use to add on your social media. You can then show employers that you're employability ready. Because again, the bottom line is that employers want to hire students, but they don't just want to hire you because you graduated from a particular university, or they don't just want to hire you just because you're British or you're international. They want to hire the brightest and the best. And the only way to prove that you're the brightest and the best is by putting in a very, very good application. And the way you can show it that you're ready for getting the right job is by being prepared, by going through Jumpstart and being job ready. You will get access to the Jumpstart platform. You can scan the QR, but you will not be able to sign up because you need an access code. That access code will be sent out to all students who've confirmed their admission to Sussex. So go ahead, confirm your admission ASAP. The team at Sussex will send you the access code and start your job search and preparation even before you leave your home country. So again, a big thank you to Christoph, a big thank you to Jessica for inviting me today. And I hope that my information about job search in the UK, the Jumpstart support, and the wider Student Circus support was extremely clear and helpful for all of you. Again, I do want to add that if you have any questions regarding your application, etc., you can reach out to Christoph or you can reach out to Khalid on the emails provided below. Thank you, Christoph. And if there are any questions, I'm more than happy to get them answered.
Fantastic. So, Jessica spoke about the support we'll give you once you arrive, but I think it's really exciting to hear from Dhruv this support you can get basically now until you arrive. So, yeah, as he said, you need to confirm your place as a Sussex student. So, what does that look like? As an undergrad, someone coming for their first degree, their bachelor's degree, that means putting Sussex as your, firm choice. Once you put Sussex as your firm choice, you'll receive a special code which will give you access to Jumpstart. For postgraduate students, so people coming to do a master's, you need to have paid your deposit. And once you've paid your deposit, we'll give you the little code to access Jumpstart. If you've already paid your deposit and you haven't received your code yet, don't worry, you'll receive it soon in due course. But basically, undergrad, postgrad, when you confirm your place at Sussex, you get a special code, and that code gives you access to Jumpstart, where you can do all of the things Dhruv said before you even leave your home country. So when you arrive here, you're ahead of everyone else. Galia says, how can one see the code? Yes, it will have come by email, Galia. It's possible you haven't received it yet, but don't worry, it'll be coming in due course. So, does anyone have any questions for Dhruv about Student Circus, about Jumpstart, about being an international student here in the UK? I'll wait 1 or 2 minutes. You can pop your question in the chat or you can raise your hand, whichever you prefer. And meanwhile, I know that Jessica is doing a fantastic job answering questions in the Q&A. So if you asked a question in the Q&A, Jessica's replying. Okay, looks
One more
like
I've just got one more to answer, and I was just getting the information. My system, as I said earlier, is playing up.
Okay, but I can see you've been answering lots of the questions, so that's really, really helpful. Thank you, Jessica. Doesn't look like we have. This might be off topic, but is there any deadline to pay the deposit? So we get this question very often. The truth is that there is no deadline to pay the deposit as such, okay? But you need to pay your deposit to confirm your place at Sussex, and you only get your CAS letter, confirmation of acceptance of studies letter, after you pay your deposit. And you need this CAS letter to apply for your visa. So the earlier you pay your deposit, the earlier you get your CAS letter, the earlier you can apply for your visa, the earlier you give yourself more time to successfully get your visa. So you can pay your deposit now, you can pay it next month, but the truth is sooner is better. On top of a CAS letter, when you pay your deposit, that's when you get your jumpstart code. Okay, so you won't get your jumpstart code until you pay your deposit. So no, there's no deadline, but if you're sure that you're coming to Sussex, it's in your interest to pay your deposit sooner rather than later. I hope that answers your question. Someone, Pranav asked, will this session be recorded and sent to participants? Yes, absolutely. So this is all being recorded. We mentioned this at the start, I think. And in not tomorrow, but the day after, you'll receive an email with a recording. Okay, fantastic. Jessica, how are you doing? Have you finished answering?
I'm just getting in there now. Destination. Sorry, I'm getting there. Sorry.
No problem at all. Thank you. So yeah, once you pay your deposit, or if you're an undergrad, once you go firm with Sussex, in the week or two afterwards, you'll receive a code for Jumpstart, and you can start using Jumpstart immediately over the summer. You can start using their CV builder. You can start browsing job openings. And then when you land here in September, come and collect your student card from the Student Centre. And in the same building is Jessica's team in the Student Centre. So you can go and book a one-to-one, and she can guide you on your specific case.
So Christoph, there is a question in the Q&A. I think that might be more suitable for yourself. A student is asking to provide an overview of the key upcoming milestones for new students, such as enrollment, welcome week, induction activities, teaching start dates, and any other important deadlines that they should be aware of over the next few months.
Absolutely. So the timeline has only just been finalized very recently, and I'm not sure if it's gone out by email yet or not. You should soon receive what we call the pre-arrival guide, which is a PDF document with everything you need to know. Includes loads of useful things like prices of things once you get here, and how things work, and how to use public transport. But it also includes on the final page a timeline of when everything is happening. So let me see if I can find it. Give me one moment. So, if I go to share my screen. So, this is the pre-arrival guide, which you'll be receiving by email shortly. And as I mentioned, there's lots of information, how to get to campus, health and well-being, UK bank account, budgeting, public transport, etc., etc. And if we go down to, we'll even have a checklist of all the things you need to do before you depart, all the things you need to do in your first week at Sussex. And if we scroll up, we have a timeline here. So certain deadlines are mentioned, for example, To be guaranteed on-campus accommodation, you must apply for your accommodation by the 31st of July. And then you can see here we have a special International Arrivals Week, which is from the 17th to the 20th of September. So we encourage international students to arrive in this window. And when you arrive, we will come and pick you up from the airport. We will put on free meals, free activities, taster sessions, games, outings, all sorts of things. And then then we'll have Welcome Week afterwards. So that will be this is for home and international students. So Welcome Week will be week commencing the 21st, and then your classes will probably begin week commencing the 28th of September, something like that. So yeah, I hope that answers your question about timeline. Okay, I'm conscious of the time. We've just gone over an hour, so we better call it a day. But you've seen my email address. It was on the screen twice. And not tomorrow, but the day after, you're going to receive an email from me with my email address, the recording of the webinar, and lots of useful links. So if you missed anything, don't worry, you'll receive an email in 2 days on Friday. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you, Dhruv. And thank you, everyone, for coming. I hope you enjoyed the webinar, and we really look forward to welcoming you to Sussex in September.
Bye,
Thank you so
everybody.
much. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.